Hide your online activity and location with Virtual Shield VPN. Your 20% off code and your free trial are in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know.
How specifically do I deal with them? Well, really, it's the same as everybody. Most of the time you encounter sovereign citizens on a traffic stop, but it's the same no matter what. So I'm going to use that as the example. So if you pull over a vehicle for a violation and I approach the vehicle, I'm going to say, "Sir, ma'am, can I see your driver's license, please?" It's that simple. It's a request. I ask them. When they say no, and then insert all of the buzzwords, "I'm traveling, not driving," "I'm a free inhabitant," "Articles of Confederation," "Let me see your supervisor," all of those sorts of things. Then I move on to the tell stage. "Sir or ma'am, I am telling you, I am giving you a lawful order to provide me with your driver's license. If you do not, I am going to remove you from the vehicle forcibly, and I am going to charge you with obstruction and possibly other crimes." If they continue to refuse, then it's go time. Oh, the police officer's so violent. We need to retrain them so that they know how to de-escalate. Listen, when someone is completely refusing to cooperate with lawful and peaceful request and then order, you're left with no choice. You're not just going to tow the car and leave them inside of it and let them rot in some impound lot. We might not like sovereign citizens that much, but we can't do that, okay? Well, that about sums it up. Now all we gotta do is sit back and watch the comments for the sovereign citizen types to show up and act like a cancerous tumor trying to kill common sense.
I did a video on the Mike the Cop channel a short time ago called Govern Mafia, the video that could change a cop's mind forever, where I outline what Mike believes in his own words and how his beliefs and actions square with individual liberties. I'll leave that link in the description if you want to get up to speed on this. Since that time, I've challenged Mike to appear on my channel so we can have a live stream discussion about authoritarianism versus voluntarism. This video is an update on that challenge. Mike the Cop has responded via email, and I'm just going to read you the thread. This was my first email to him. "I was just informed that you posted a comment under one of my videos saying something to the effect of, 'Hey man, feel free to reach out to me if you'd ever like to come on my channel and discuss.' If this is so, I would very much welcome that opportunity. Let me know how and when would be a good time and day for you. My objective is to gain a better understanding of your authoritarian, pro-law enforcement officer mindset in the face of other, more peaceful options, as well as discover what your logic-based objections are against a stateless, reputation-based, free market society." Mike wrote back last night and said, "Hey there, Brian. I appreciate you reaching out kindly as your followers don't seem to share your same level of headedness at times. Apparently, some people are emailing him and not being very kind. I'm happy to have open dialogue, but I find it interesting, even in this early exploration of that, you already assign me as having an authoritarian mindset. It's like I'm already labeled and your mind is made up, which doesn't sound conducive to any real dialogue that is in any way open-minded. You literally have no clue what my leanings are as far as libertarian thinking are, and yet you label me and have me in a box you believe I belong in before any true discussion. If that's the case, I'm not interested in talking because what's the point? That's a serious question. If you want to talk but have zero intention of listening, why would I spend the time? That said, I'm open to a discussion. We could do it live at some point in the next couple weeks perhaps. I wouldn't want to be accused by anyone of editing the convo. I'm happy for the format to be you simply asking me questions and discussing my answers. Thanks, Mike." Well, I just wrote him back this morning and said, "Hey Mike, thanks for getting back with me. Truth fears no scrutiny. If I've launched an unfair, dishonest, or erroneous accusation against you, please correct me. I'm certainly open to listening to and entertaining any logic-based, objectively articulated assertion, and I certainly welcome that in any public forum. Sadly, oftentimes people shy away from public forums and conversations because they're really only interested in advancing their agendas. They're not interested in coming in line with and promoting truth. Why? Because they really don't want their positions publicly scrutinized. I'm glad to see you're willing to allow the spotlight of scrutiny shine on and peer into the statements you make on your YouTube channel. As far as being early exploration, it isn't. I've been watching your content for a while, also just became a subscriber of yours a month or so ago, and have a great interest in and seriously ponder the comments you make and the positions you hold. I am aware of the positions you publicly espouse, and I take them very seriously. You wrote in your email that I've already assigned you as having an authoritarian mindset. Please correct my line of thinking here if I'm wrong, but if the president calls himself the president and I address him as such, I haven't assigned him with that name. It's who he says he is. If a man stops to pull a family out of a burning car and people call him a good Samaritan, it's more of a descriptive term based on his clearly selfless act rather than an unwarranted assignment. So when you call yourself Mike the cop, you've already designated or assigned yourself as having an authoritarian mindset. You claim to be a cop. Can you think of a more authoritarian thinking and acting individual on this planet than one who claims, in your words, to be an enforcer of the law? You said, it's like I'm already labeled and your mind is made up, which doesn't sound conducive to any real dialogue that is in any way open-minded. People with whom you routinely associate, I'm sure, have their minds made up, or are not open-minded about a wide variety of different things, and yet fruitful and highly instructive and productive dialogues take place all the time. Even if I was not open-minded, which I am to logic, reason, and truth, this is an opportunity for you to come on before a new audience and create an archived video file where you can set the record straight. You said, you literally have no clue what my leanings are as far as libertarian thinking are, and yet label me and have me in a box you believe I belong in before any true discussion. How could I have no clue when I've watched so many of your videos where you make it clear what your position is on authority and our expected submission to authority? Are you saying you don't mean what you say in your videos? Because if you do mean what you say, then I have much more than a clue. Mike, you say I literally have no clue about your libertarian thinking? If you truly have libertarian thinking, why, as one of many examples, do you mock sovereign citizens and act like they're crazy for claiming to have individual rights that cannot legitimately be tampered with, and then turn right around and assign sovereign actions to law enforcers? You say in your lead video that what you're all about, those are your words, is the quote, battle for the perception of law enforcement. And you think that's, quote, worth fighting for.
We're doing all kinds of content where law enforcement intersects with culture. That's sort of like where I want to be. I feel like the battle for the perception over law enforcement is something that's worth fighting for in social media.
The battle for the perception over law enforcement is something that's worth fighting for in social media.
And mainstream media. And that's what I'm all about. I just want to show a human side to law enforcement with humor, sarcasm, and hopefully also some education and encouragement along the way.
I'm even more curious now to find out how battling the perception of law enforcement and libertarian thinking coincide and complement one another. You wrote, if that's the case, I'm not interested in talking because what's the point? That's a serious question. If you want to talk but have zero intention of listening, why would I spend the time? The point is, whether I listen or not, and I have every intention of listening, truth fears no scrutiny. If you are the one who holds the high ground of the principal position, it seems like you'd want to create an archived data file that anyone can access at any time to watch someone who's a cop and supports cops set the record straight about the virtues of law enforcement. While the internet exists, people will be able to see how the authoritarian idea of law enforcement is far superior to that of the anarchist idea of peaceful interaction that doesn't depend on the initiation of unjust force and violence. It seems like you'd want to take me up on the challenge of this debate. If you believe your way to be the best, most peaceful way, I don't see why you wouldn't take me up on it. And I welcome you to team up with John Lovell and Officer 401 on this. I personally believe that you are set in your authoritarian ways and that it would take a miracle for you to see the evils of being a cop for what they are and quit the force. I don't think you will, but that won't stop me from talking to you and hoping for a peaceful, calm, fruitful, and productive discussion that people can listen to and learn from. You wrote, that said, I'm open to a discussion. We could do it live at some point in the next couple weeks perhaps. I wouldn't want to be accused by anyone of editing the convo. I'm happy for the format to be you simply asking me questions and discussing my answers. I'm not interested in setting parameters like that, nor am I interested in you alone bearing the full weight of scrutiny. I'm only interested in unearthing the facts of the force and violence of authoritarian or statism as opposed to the peaceful interactions of voluntarism or anarchism. A cursory review of statism, past all the way up to the present time, is that it seeks to harm people and take their stuff. Those are moral evils in a system we could all do without. Please make no mistake, I believe you are an agent of such a corrupt system. However, this interview is not, let's just put Mike on the spotlight. I'm stepping into the spotlight with you. Maybe we can take audience questions. We'll iron it out as we go. The important thing is, you bring your position and reasoned arguments to the table, and I'll do the same. And we'll just let the chips fall where they may. Deal? Again, thanks for getting back with me. I do look forward to a cordial, albeit possibly intense, conversation. While I was producing this video, Mike shot me an email saying, I'm down for a conversation, what would be better for you? Me to come on your channel or vice versa? What I'd like to do is have him appear on my channel and we could do a separate one where I appear on his channel and field questions from his audience. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Now, I just want to say to Mike or John Level or Officer 401 or any pro law enforcement person, if you're listening to this video, I'm fully aware that each of us thinks that we have the answer to make our world a more peaceful place. There are a lot of people out there who have sincere and good intentions. But as Daniel Webster said, good intentions will always be pleaded for every assumption of authority. It's hardly too strong to say that the Constitution was made to guard the people against the dangers of good intentions. There are men in all ages who mean to govern well, but they mean to govern. They promise to be good masters, but they mean to be masters. My intent with this invitation to discuss law enforcement or statism versus voluntarism is to face the facts and call things what they truly are instead of hiding behind the same old veils and terminologies we use to pretty up something that is absolutely ugly. That is, the unjust initiation of force and violence on people who just want to be left alone. I really hope this interview comes to pass. I'll see you guys in the next video. Guys, I don't know how much longer my channel will be around here on YouTube. Please take a minute and sign up to my email list. It's free, painless, and you'll get some cool stuff. Also, take another minute to subscribe to my decentralized, censorship-free BitChute and Steemit channels. All these links are in the description. I want you to know this. If my channel goes down, I'll still produce content for you guys through my website and through BitChute and Steemit. So make sure you stay connected through the email subscription link in the description below. Just watch the 45-second video on my website and you'll be all set. If you want to support my work on this channel, grab a shirt, snag a flashlight, or hit me up on Patreon and PayPal. I'll see you guys in the next video. Before you go, check out one of the most in-your-face, hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt stores on the planet. Just by wearing one of these t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, or cutoffs, and without saying a word, you can let people know that black rifles matter. You can inform the sleeping masses that fluoride is dumbing them down, that Google is a gulag-style censorship machine, that the Department of Homeland Security is merely security theater, that the NSA makes your private life their business, that the Grim Reaper supports everyone's troops, that we need to legalize freedom, that in life there are no excuses, that CNN is a communist news network, voting is the suggestion box of slaves, that 9/11 was a lie, and that all official stories should be questioned. Also, let people know we're in the middle of a full-blown sheepvolution, taxation is theft, the IRS is an immoral robbery service, cops enjoy protecting and serving the crap out of you, that the space you occupy is not a gun-free zone, and that gun-free zones are the most dangerous places on earth. Your purchase helps support more hard-hitting content on my censored channel. As of the recording of this video, I have over 90 designs. I take your requests for new designs, and I'm adding new ones every week, so check back often. The link to the store is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.